Good morning, good morning, good morning. If anybody is here, hi, how you doing? Let me adjust this a little bit here. I'm Brian, as you can see right there. Welcome to the channel. Yes, you're here on YouTube, so hi. It's Friday, and I've definitely been up too long. I did not sleep well. Well, when I slept, but old man bladder, first day of class anxiety, and well, we are here, and I don't know how many times I'm going to say we are here, because guess what? I'm just going to play something. Hey, Brad, how is it going? Drop short. Give the old like a ear scratch, ear scratch, nose boop, and belly rubs and all that stuff. And we love the puppies around here, even though mine are being themselves this morning. All right, since I have nothing in store on the agenda today besides that one thing. Right here. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know my head from a hole in the ground. Ah, there it is, right there. No, that's not it. Nope, I don't know my head from a hole in the ground. Don't trust me in anything. Right there. Yay. We are going to start with this one right here. Let's rock it up this morning.
Quivering meat conception turns in the void, expelling human beings. Pigs, turtles, frogs, insects, nits, mice, lice, lizards, rats, roid. Racing horses, poxy-bucolic pig-tags, horrible, unnameable lice of vultures, murderous attacking dog armies of Africa, rhinos roaming in the jungle, vast boars and huge, gigantic bulls. Rams, eagles, condors, bones, and porcupines and bells. All the endless conception of living beings, gnashing everywhere in consciousness, throughout the 10 directions of space, occupying all the quarters in and out, from super microscopic notebooks huge galaxy light-year bound, illuminating the sky of one mind. Poor I wish I was free of that slaving mate will.
Now, classes for me start today.
Banish air from air, divide light if you dare. They'll meet. Wild cubes in a drop, or pellets of shape. Fit films cannot annul, odors return whole, force flame. And with a blonde push over your impotence, flit steam. Banish air from air, divide light if you dare. They'll meet. Wild cubes in a drop, or pellets of shape. Fit films cannot annul, orders return whole, force flame. And with a blonde push over your impotence, flit steam. And with a blonde push over your impotence, flit steam. They'll meet wild cubes in a drop, or pellets of shape. Fit films cannot annul, odors return whole, force flame. And with a blonde push over your impotence, flit steam. Flit
All right, say some good mornings here. Good morning, Hals, and I already said hi to Brad. How's it doing? Kathy, how you doing, my friend? Today's the first day of class for me because I go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yesterday was the first day of class for the school. So, yay. It's morning. All right, let's see here. Let's play this one.
Tis midnight o'er the dimmer's lonely bosom. Dark, dusky, windy midnight swift are driven. The swelling vapors onward, every blossom bathes its bright petals in the tears of heaven. Imperfect, half-seen objects meet the sight. The other half our fancy must portray. One dull, lengthened sheet of swimming light lies the broad lake. The moon conceals her ray. sketched faintly by a pale and lurid gleam. Shot through the glimmering clouds, the lovely planet is shrouded in obscurity. The scream of owl is silent, and the rocks of granite rise tall and drearily, while damp and dank hang the thick willows on the reedy bank. Beneath the gurgling eddy slowly creep, blackened by foliage and the glutting wave.
Are you kidding me? Huh. That's bull. Okay. Well, that's bull crap. What happened? And I was enjoying that. All right, let's play this one. If it'll play.
Now as the train bears west, its rhythm rocks the earth, and from my Pullman berth I stare into the night, while others take their rest. Bridges of iron lace, a suddenness of trees, a lap of mountain mist, all cross my line of sight. Then a bleak, wasted place, and a lake below my knees. Full on my neck I feel the straining at a curve. My muscles move with steel, I wake in every nerve, I wake in every night. A beacon swing from dark to blazing bright. We thunder through ravines and gullies washed with light. Beyond the mountain pass, mist deepens on the pane. We rush into a rain that rattles double glass. We'll shake the roadbed stone, the pistons jerk and shove. I stay up half the night to see the land I love. The land I love. Then a bleak, wasted place, and a lake below my knees. Full on my neck I feel the straining at a curve. My muscles move with steel, I waken every nerve. I watch a beacon swing from dark to blazing bright. We thunder through ravines and gullies washed with light. Beyond the mountain pass, mist deepens on the pane. We rush into a rain that rattles double glass. We'll shake the roadbed stone, the pistons jerk and shove. I stay up half the night to see the land I love.
All right, let's see here. Yes, rock can start on Friday and stuff. subscriber. We're actually down to 450 again. Like I said, there's just no rhyme, no reason to it. And good afternoon, Miriam. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me or joining us this morning. So we're playing just some random stuff, and then I have the Man from Snowy River, which is definitely not rocking. I'll tell you that much. It's different. I basically, you know how I let Suno decide what to do most of the time? I did with that, and that you'll hear what we got. Here we go. Let's do some Wordsworth. It's okay.
In that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind.
To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tops in that green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreath, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there.
If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of
Through primrose tufts in that green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreath, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. It breathes. It breathes.
You gotta love that bass line there at the end part. Oh yeah. We like a good bass line around here. Speaking of, no, not that one. We're not done rocking yet. I just gotta find the there it is. I just gotta find the file, and it's that one right here.
from her bower eaves. He rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves and flamed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot.
Poor Lancelot.
Red Cross Knight forever kneel to a lady in his shield that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott. The jammy bridle glittered free like to some branch of stars we see hung in the golden galaxy. The bridle bells rang merrily as he rode down from Camelot. And from his blazoned baldric slung a mighty silver bugle hung. And as he rode his armor rung beside remote Shalott. All in the blue unclouded weather, big jewels shone, the saddle leather, the helmet feather.
Is it doing it again?
As he rode down from cloud, as often through the purple night, below the starry clusters bright, some bearded near trailing light moves over green Shalott. His broad, clear brow in sunlight glowed on burnished hooves. His warhorse strode from underneath. His helmet flowed. His coal black curls as on he rode. As he rode down from Camelot. From the bank and from the he flashed into the crystal mirror. Tirra-lira, tirra-lira, sang Sir Lancelot. She left the loom, she made 3 paces through the room. She saw the water flower bloom, she saw the helmet and the plume. She looked down to Camelot, out flew the web and floated wide. The mirror cracked from side to side, the curse has come upon me, cried the Lady of Shalott.
You know, when you think of Arthurian legend, especially the later ones, you know, Arthur, the stuff that they based the movie Excalibur off of, and stuff like that, you know, probably one of the best tellings of the Arthurian legend, period. Honestly, the most tragic character is Sir Lancelot. He was just way too good looking, you know? and he destroyed a kingdom because he was beautiful. Wow, I am cynical today, aren't I? Well, I'm cynical most days anyways. So, let's play some more heavy stuff, and then we'll get into some lighter fare, shall we? Let's see here. Good one. We love this one. Okay, for much
The sun came up upon the left, out of the sea came he. And he shone bright, and on the right went down into the sea. Higher and higher every day, till over the mast at noon. The
into the hall. Red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest, he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride half paced into the hall. Red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest, he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride half paced into the hall. Red as a rose is she, no new, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy, the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest, he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner.
And good afternoon, Sophia. Well, yeah, we're going on a small journey here, today, because life is a journey, and it's Friday. And luckily, we got someone from down under, because I'm playing The Man from Snowy River here in about 10 minutes. So we're going to play about 3 more tracks. And then we're going to do This Man from Snowy River, because it's about, I think it's a little over 13 minutes in 2 parts. Because that poem's long, and it's just, I let Suno do its thing, and I think it did an okay job. Especially, we need more Aussies here. I was hoping T would be here, but, she's got life. Yeah, and yesterday was her birthday, I think. But in the meantime, we are going to play. No. Did that one. I haven't heard this one in a while. I guess it's been a while. Let's see. Here we go. Twilight by Bliss William Carmen. It's a heavy one. Yeah, it's about 12 and a half minutes. So you wouldn't believe it that some people around here don't consider me a real Archie because I moved here when I was 1 year old. We love tea around here. There's some people out there that don't, I'll tell you. Yes. See, now I'm going to have to transition into something a little lighter because, you know, what we got coming up. So here, let's change the mood. All right, shall we? Let's change the mood a little bit, y'all. Here. This is a
Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone, lying on my back, lipping honey, drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard. When curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower.
Oh, no, wrong one. Yeah. Well, see, because yesterday I was lurking on one of DOA's channels because I do every once in a while. It's kind of fun. And I've seen this before. every time either the word tea or something that does with tea comes up, he brings up tea and how mean she is. I'm like thinking, well, Scotty, you are you, and I don't blame her for being mean to you. Yeah. And then for some reason, the chat was talking about Keela and her fallout with True Clear Media or somebody. I don't know. It's just amazing how they hold on to stuff. Some people just do. I don't know. It's fun. Sometimes. So, yeah. Where are we going to play now? What are we going to... Ooh. Let's do a Sweeney, and then we'll go into The Man from Snowy River. Sweeney Among the Nightingales. T.S. Eliot.
At Apponeck Sweeney spread his knees, letting his arms hang down to laugh. The zebra stripes along his jaws, swelling to maculate giraffe. The circles of the stormy moon slide westward toward the river plate. Death and the raven drift above, and Sweeney guards the horned gate. Gloomy Orion and the dog are veiled and hushed, the shrunken seas. The person in the Spanish cape tries to sit on Sweeney's knees, slips and pulls the tablecloth, overturns a coffee cup, reorganized upon the floor. She yawns and draws a stocking up. The silent man in mocha brown sprawls at the windowsill and gapes. The waiter brings in oranges, bananas, figs, and hothouse grapes. The silent vertebrate in brown contracts and concentrates, withdraws. Rachel Narabinovich tears at the grapes with myrrh's paws. She and the lady in the cape are suspect, thought to be in league. Therefore the man with heavy eyes declines the gambit, shows fatigue, leaves the room and reappears outside the window, leaning in. Branches of wisteria circumscribe a golden grin. The host with someone indistinct converses at the door apart. The nightingales are singing near the convent of the Sacred Heart. And sang within the bloody wood when Agamemnon cried aloud and let their liquid siftings fall to stain the stiff, dishonored shroud.
All right. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I lurk around and I observe, and I know when not to to put my 2 cents in. And for some reason, I never really did interact with the chats on his channels and stuff. Yeah, by their works ye shall know them. Like I always say, it doesn't matter what comes out of the claptrap. You know, you can yak your yaws all you want. It's how that, you know, balances with the freaking shoe leather meeting the freaking pavement. To use another metaphor. Yeah, yeah, we love tea around here. And what she going on right now? Okay. Yep. But it was just amazing. It was just funny that that comes up all the time. Yeah, she is lovely. Yeah, it's okay. She's doing really good work. Yeah, like I said, buy their works, ye shall know them. All right, let's go ahead and play it. The Focus for 2 days show. If you're still out there, Afila, this is for you true Aussies. Actually, it's pretty cool. Okay, it's 12 minutes and 21 seconds long, and the first part is a little over 5 minutes. There's 2 distinct voices. I tried to get them all to sound the same, but it works. Yep, it works. Here we go.
There was movement at the station, for the word had passed around that the colt from old regret had got away and had joined the wild bush horses. He was worth £1,000, so all the cracks had gathered to the fray. All the tried and noted riders from the stations near and far had mustered at the homestead overnight. For the bushmen love hard riding where the wild bush horses are, and the stock horse snuffs the battle with delight. There was Harrison who made his pile when Pardon won the cup, the old man with his hair as white as snow. But few could ride beside him when his blood was fairly up. He would go wherever horse and man could go. And Clancy of the Overflow came down to lend a hand. No better horseman ever held the reins, for never horse could throw him while the saddle girths would stand. He learned to ride while droving on the plains. And one was there, a stripling on a small and weedy beast. He was something like a racehorse undersized, with a touch of team or pony, 3 parts thoroughbred at least, and such as are by mountain horsemen prized. He was hard and tough and wiry, just the sort that won't say die. There was courage in his quick and patient tread, and he bore the badge of gameness in his bright and fiery eye, and the proud and lofty carriage of his head. But still so slight and weedy, one would doubt his power to stay, and the old man said that horse will never do. For a long and tiring gallop, lad, you'd better stop away. Those hills are far too rough for such as you. So he waited, sad and wistful, only Clancy stood his friend. I think we ought to let him come, he said. I warrant he'll be with us when he's wanted at the end, for both his horse and he are mountain bred. He hails from Snowy River, up by Kosciuszko's side, where the hills are twice as steep and twice as rough, where a horse's hooves strike firelight from the flint stones every stride. The man that holds his own is good enough. And the Snowy River riders on the mountains make their home, where the river runs those giant hills between. I have seen full many horsemen since I first commenced to roam, but nowhere yet such horsemen have I seen. So he went, they found the horses by the big mimosa clump. They raced away towards the mountain's brow, and the old man gave his orders, boys, go at them from the jump. No use to try for fancy riding now. And Clancy, you must wheel them, try and wheel them to the right. Ride boldly, lad, and never fear the spills, for never yet was rider that could keep the mob in sight, if once they gain the shelter of those hills.
So Clancy rode to Wealdham. He was racing on the wing, where the best and boldest riders take their place. And he raced his stock horse past them, and he made the ranges ring with a stock whip as he met them face to face. Then they halted for a moment while he swung the dreaded lash, but they saw their well-loved mountain full in view, and they charged beneath the stock whip with a sharp and sudden dash, and off into the mountain scrub they flew. Then fast the horsemen followed, where the gorge is deep and black, resounded to the thunder of their tread. And the stock whips woke the echoes, and they fiercely answered back from cliffs and crags that beetled overhead. And upward, ever upward, the wild horses held their way, where mountain ash and Couragon grew wide. And the old man muttered fiercely, we may bid the mob good day, no man can hold them down the other side. When they reached the mountain summit, even Clancy took a pull. It well might make the boldest hold their breath. The wild hop scrub grew thickly, and the hidden ground was full of wombat holes, and any slip was death. But the man from Snowy River let the pony have his head, and he swung his stock whip around and gave a cheer. And he raced him down the mountain like a torrent down its bed, while the others stood and watched in very fear. He sent the flintstones flying, but the pony kept his feet. He cleared the fallen timbers in his stride, and the man from Snowy River never shifted in his seat. It was grand to see that mountain horseman ride through the stringy barks and saplings on the rough and broken ground. Down the hillside at a racing pace he went, and he never drew the bridle till he landed safe and sound at the bottom of that terrible descent. He was right among the horses as they climbed the farther hill, and the watchers on the mountain standing mute saw him ply the stock whip fiercely. He was right among them still as he raced across the clearing in pursuit. Then they lost him for a moment
moment where two mountain gullies met in the ranges, but a final glimpse reveals on a dim and distant hillside the wild horses are racing yet, with the man from Snowy River at their heels. And he ran them single-handed till their sides were white with foam. He followed like a bloodhound on their track till they halted, cowed and beaten. Then he turned their heads for home, and alone and unassisted brought them back. But his hardy mountain pony, he could scarcely raise a trot. He was blood from hip to shoulder from the spur. But his pluck was still undaunted, and his courage fiery hot, for never yet was mountain horse a cur. And down by Kosciuszko, where the pine-clad ridges raise their torn and rugged battlements on high, where the air is clear as crystal and the white stars fairly blaze at midnight in the cold and frosty sky, and where around the overflow the reed beds sweep and sway to the breezes and the rolling plains are wide. The man from Snowy River is a household word today, and the stockmen tell the story of his ride.
Yeah, that coda section at the end was badass, wasn't it? Well, what'd you think? Yes, I've been meaning to try to do something with this, and then Spud the other day came in and it was like, the man from Snowy River. I'm like, okay. Fun fact, the movie they made based on the poem The Man from Snowy River is boring. I really tried to watch that movie, but it was just so damn boring. And of course, I was younger too. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'll load that. I'll upload it this afternoon, and I'll tag all you Aussies in it. Yeah, yes to music, yes to pizza. Yeah, I'm pretty sure pizza would like that too. Hey, Netmaster, how's it going, kiddo? I'm gonna play one more, and then I gotta go to school. You know, I'm a schoolboy now. Definitely no more kids in Scientology. We know why we are here in this space, you know, and that's all that matters. And you know, unpleasantness aside, you're going to get it with people because people are unpleasant. Yes, the second part was better. I tried to make the first part using the voice of this, redo the first part using the voice of the second part, and it didn't work. First part's pretty cool, but yeah. So, yep, pizza and music. All right, so my friends, yeah, like I said earlier, I didn't even say it. Today's been a day. Everything we do here, blah blah blah. More importantly, yes, right here. Y'all go out there and have an awesome day, and I'll definitely seeing y'all later, because it's this is all Central Standard, 9 o'clock, and then I got an hour break, and then 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and noon for my classes today. I want to go take a nap right now, but I can't. All right, I'm going to play us out. I'm nervous as hell. You know, there's a lot of work I got to do. And oh yeah, Miriam. I want to go back up to here. I'm not going to be going live this weekend at all. I'm going to be working on schoolwork. So I'll probably see y'all be in the chat and say hi and stuff in the morning. So, you don't have to worry about stepping on my toes on the weekends. Unless something unless something happening or anything like that. Weekends are for schoolwork. All right. Speaking of books, here we go. This is for you, if it'll play.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books.
Yes, we will see you tomorrow. And I guess I'm the bad guy, you know. In some ways, things are Aaron's fault. Well, it's Brian's fault. At least that's the way it was in my marriage. It was all my fault. That's why I'm no longer married. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow. I will see y'all out in the chats later today or tomorrow night or tonight. If I get bored this evening or whatever, no, but I'll probably have too much work to do already. Oh boy. But yeah, I gotta stop by Walmart and get some stuff and go and this and that and yeah. Wish me luck. I love you all. Thanks for sharing a little bit of your time with me. Monday, another short. It'll be just an hour long. Tuesdays and Thursdays, when I don't have school, we'll go a little bit further and have that. But yeah, I'll see y'all definitely tomorrow morning in Miriam's protest. So definitely see y'all there. Love you all. Have a good one. Take it easy. Take it easy, play it safe, and don't put your yeah. That's too childish for this early in the morning.